Surprise, motherfucker. Hey, what's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Venger Satanist. Um, I've been sick. Not what you would expect. I believe I contracted salmonella, so food poisoning, a couple nights ago. Because this is my leading theory, because I stupidly kept the pieces of this dessert. It's like a raspberry fool or trifle. It goes by a few different names, and it's normally served in like a parfait glass. So different levels. There's like pound cake, and then like pudding, and then whipped cream, and then this raspberry sauce, and then if you served it in a parfait glass, you'd probably double it up again. Um, we didn't have any parfait glasses, so I just put everything in a bowl and eat it that way. So I've been eating that since Christmas when my mom brought it over, and I kept the pudding and the whipped cream and the raspberry sauce in the garage because it's winter in Wisconsin, and normally that means that it's really fucking cold, and that acts as a refrigerator because we have the refrigerator so full of things, and these containers that keep the stuff are pretty big, and so that's just normally what we do. But this winter, it was unseasonably warm, and that last night, so like the third night of having that dessert, I ate the last of the raspberry sauce, and it seemed fine. But then, like 20 minutes later, I started to get like a stomach ache or stomach cramps, and then that led to. Then it got worse, and my wife was teasing me. She's like, "Well, now you know what 8 months pregnant feels like." I'm like, "Well, that sucks," but at that point, I didn't know what was going to happen. Hopefully, it was just indigestion, and I'd had a lot of prime rib like 3 hours before my dessert as well. So I thought, maybe too much, red meat or something like that. But then I sequestered myself to another area of the house because I felt like I probably could get sick. And I did between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. I think there was 7 rounds of puking. And then I finally felt a little bit. You know how normally you throw up and then you feel better for a while until it comes again? There was no relief with this. It was just all. I was in constant pain. The stomach pain the entire time. It was really fucking bad. And I puked again at like 7 a.m. when I woke up for the first time. And then I felt a little bit better. And the only thing I was throwing up was that dessert, specifically the raspberry sauce, because like every bout of vomit, except for maybe the last one, had some pink in it. The last one was just mostly water. Sorry, it's gross. should put a spoiler on that. Maybe I will in the title. And then I just slept all of yesterday, the whole day. I just slept, rested. I stayed awake between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. solidly. And then I went back to sleep. But all the rest of that whole day, I was just sleeping, resting, napping. I'd wake up for like 20 minutes and scroll on my phone and then fall asleep again. So anyway, this is day 2, I guess. Just a minute. I'll move away then. Move away then. Move away. Go to a different room in the house. He says his brother's annoying him. So, um, anyway, so I finally got out of bed, like 8 something, 8:30, I think, and I feel okay. My stomach is still a little tender. I don't know if that's a residual from the food poisoning or just muscle soreness from all the throwing up. Um, very slowed down, very weakened. Um, I don't know. Still in recovery, obviously. Tomorrow should be better. It's possible to die from salmonella. So glad I didn't do that. Glad to be here. I feel like I survived an ordeal. That's why there hasn't been a lot of activity for me. If you haven't seen me much on social media or doing anything, that's why. I finished watching that day, earlier that day when I got sick. I finished watching Stargate SG-1, the first season. So I was gonna post a review of that on my blog, but yeah, I didn't get a chance because of this. Not going to do much today. In fact, typing all this out just seemed like so much fucking hassle that I just made a video instead. So that gives you some idea. Guys! Hang on. Okay, hey, I'm making a video. I'm making a video right now. So shh. And also turn your devices down. They're really loud. Mom's on a walk. She's walking the puppies. You know that. Or you should, if you listen. Yeah, this is my life. Yay! Probably got 9 more days of Christmas vacation left. So it's great having them home all day, every day. But it will also be nice to have them back in school in like a normal structure. Yeah, so I feel stupid that I did this to myself. I feel like relieved that I'm out of the woods. Thankful that I survived. I mean, I don't know what the chances of me actually dying were. I did consider going to the hospital. But I didn't know what they could do for me. I mean, maybe they could have done something. But, I've been sick before. I've been food poisoning before. I wasn't. Maybe it was just the flu, so I wasn't sure. I didn't want to be at a hospital for that. So yeah, I was just up in the upstairs bathroom, in bedroom, the spare room, sleeping it off when I wasn't puking. So yeah, it all sucked, but the fact that it's over and I'm here now, that's a good thing. I'm also slowly pacing myself because it's so awesome that I don't want to like binge it in like 2 days. Not that I have that kind of time, free time. But even if I did, I wouldn't want to. Blake 7. I don't want to just zip through it and be like, okay, that's done. What's next? Because there's something about Blake 7 that's so important. I'm going to go with that word instead of awesome. That's so important, I guess, to me personally. I would say objectively, but, that's debatable. That I want to savor it. I want to absorb it slowly and carefully, and I want to remember, because it's very nostalgic for me too. Although I'm also trying to see it through clear eyes without nostalgia. I'm trying to see it for the first time as I'm watching it. Also, with nostalgia glasses on too. It's just really powerful and really um, I don't know. I think it has a lot to say um, about our times now, and the '70s was dark, man. Um, and there's a lot. What? She went like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so she'll be here in the next 20 minutes?
Yes, 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's Grand Central Station around here. Um, there's parallels to like now, just like there were parallels. I think the last couple of years, especially this year, with the end of the '70s, um, ending with Ronald Reagan's victory back in 1980. Yeah, it's very dark, very political, very contentious. Um, like light years, pun intended, ahead of its time. And also seemingly very behind the times because you almost can't get anything like that now. It's too real. It's too, I don't know, in your face, too visceral, too much mirroring our reality. Because I don't know if you noticed, but modern entertainment doesn't really get into the day to day lives of people. I think that's probably coming next. So maybe later in the 20s or possibly the early part of the 30s, we're going to start seeing entertainment that really gets down into, I don't know, the darkness of humanity and just living day to day and civilization or lack thereof. Um, but Blake Seven really had that. And yeah, you can't get that. I mean, what do we have now? We have new Doctor Who, new Star Trek, new Star Wars. That I don't know. That has nothing to do with my life, my experience, the experience of most people living day to day. It's entertainment that's completely divorced from our human experience, and I believe that the next stage um, will be about that, and we'll talk about that, and that those will be issues and themes and aesthetics that will be involved, and people will discuss it, and it'll be front and center, but not now. Now you just get, if you don't get the stupid woke agenda, then you're just getting cliches or I don't know, happy, happy, joy, joy, um, stuff that has nothing to do with our lives. Um, I mean, what do you see that's that politically relevant, except for once per season, maybe on SNL, um, something that's politically charged but also feels true and real. Um, there was that movie The Hunt a few years ago, maybe something like that. But by and large, nothing. Um, all right, this video is already way too long, and I'll probably get interrupted by another kid in a minute or two. So I'm just going to end it there. But when I finish the first season of Blake, because they released it just on Blu-ray um, by season. So, and God knows when I'm going to put the other seasons out. So that's another reason why I want to watch it slowly. Because if I watch it all in one weekend, and then it's a year before the second season, it's then I'll have